Great to be back, y'all. Welcome to another Crochet Therapy Thursdays. I missed y'all a lot, so like I said, hi Mancat, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So I think in one of my upcoming videos, I am doing my crochet in 50 squares course, and I am going to use Manny squares in the description. So because I think I was mentioning that I was going to utilize that from your suggestions. So it should be coming up in the next, could be coming in the next series or so. So other than that, it's great to be back. So like I said, I had some things going on. I just didn't want to write in the post saying that, hey, I'm just leaving town, because you hear in the news about when people write that stuff on social media that criminal activity occurs. So I try to avoid that. So I'm doing well. I'm all right. I am mentally sound. I'm physically sound. So I appreciate all of your kind words, thoughts and prayers and things like that. So I am doing well. So if you are new to this, the whole aim for these sessions is just to chit chat and to get to know each other and discuss what we're doing craft wise, crochet, knitting, embroidery, cross stitch, anything like that. And it also gives us an opportunity to get to know one another. And if you're not able to attend today's live stream, you're watching the replay. So I thank you very much for watching the replay. And above me are my social media accounts. So if you see that in the back, that's for YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget, you can give it a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell to get notified when new videos come out. Leave comments. And if you haven't already, become a Yarn Bestie and subscribe to the channel. Hey, Roseanne. How are you doing? It's great to be back, like I said, because I missed everyone. Hi, Jay Henderson. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. All right, so as I mentioned in I think one of my shorts, I was mentioning about how I was contemplating getting rid of AI for my thumbnails. So I put a poll out there yesterday, and I've gotten a lot of results about to abandon it altogether. And then I also put a post out there about collaboration, and I also put one out there, I believe, about if you see videos with AI thumbnails, do you hit the not recommend button, or do you scroll past it, or do you block the channel? And I've gotten a couple of responses saying that they just scroll past, they don't hit the do not recommend button, or they don't block me, which is great, because my decision regarding the AI thumbnails is this: I am going to abandon them altogether, because, as a lot of you pointed out, that they take away from the authenticity of the channel and myself. Because even on my Instagram and Facebook, I've gotten comments saying that they were someone who was saying that when I see a thumbnail, when I come across a YouTube channel that utilizes a thumbnail made with AI, they scroll past it. So, and that is potential viewers that are gone because they don't trust that my video is authentic and real. So I am abandoning them altogether. And I also put a disclaimer in the description of every one of my videos saying that no AI was made in the taping of this video. So I'm going to relabel my channel as an AI-free channel. So that should instill some trust in new viewers and new subscribers, so that way they don't think that they're coming across another bunch of AI slop and move away from the channel and not give it a chance without really getting to know me or know my content. So I'm imagining when I'm delivering that decision, I'm hearing the yay sound effect. Like you hear like the kids screaming yay and stuff like that. So I think it's the right decision for me to just not use AI anymore for my thumbnails. So, and then I'm for future videos. And I'm also going to go back to my current one, my existing videos, and try to do the best I can to remove any traces of AI from my thumbnails. So I'm going to have to recreate some of the thumbnails for my existing videos. It's probably the same thing with my live stream thumbnails because I used AI for those. So I'm going to have to go back and figure something out or create a unique thumbnail that's not AI based or AI generated, and just update all of my thumbnails on my existing live streams. So I guess it's a good decision. So I'm grateful to that, and I hope you all feel the same way. And again, I know I'm on the verge of repeating myself, but this decision is probably going to allow me to improve my metrics and improve overall growth, and draw in more subscribers, more viewers, and so that way they can spread the word to everyone else, saying, hey, this is an authentic channel, there's no AI involved, because with the whole negative connotation of AI. So yeah, and that is my decision. And if you saw yesterday my Whip It on Wednesdays video, I know in the original one I posted last Wednesday, because I had it scheduled, that I was doing the wall hanging gnome. And then in yesterday's video, I introduced the blanket project. So in case you missed that video or haven't seen it yet, I'm going to balance the two. So yesterday's was about that blanket I was making for my mother-in-law, and then the next week's going to be about the gnome. So I'm kind of going to balance, like 1 week is going to be one project, 1 week's going to be another project, and so on and so forth until the projects are completed. But the goal for the blanket project that I'm working for my mother-in-law is to get it done within a month, because we are planning on going back up to my in-laws in upstate New York, just to take in some of the fall foliage and do some more things, you know, going to the wine country down in Canada, along the Finger Lakes, down in Hammondsport, because I've been to Hammondsport a couple times. That's like a sleepy little town, but they have all sorts of shops, and they have there are all sorts of well-known wineries down there, which they have fantastic wines. So I'm probably going to do another recap video of that vacation, and I may do some wine reviews too, because there's Bully Hill, Heron Hill up in that region, and then there's Dr. Frank up that way. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I hope you all got a kick out of my yarn dance video, even though I didn't really dance in it. It was more like because I've seen these reels on Instagram and Facebook saying about, oh, my doctor has ordered me for more fiber, and people in the yarn store, so I thought I would take it, do my interpretation of it, because I used to grow up in the 80s when wrestling was wrestling, you know, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Roddy Piper, things like that. So that was back when I was a kid. That's when wrestling was actually wrestling, even though we knew it was fake, but it was just way better than it is now. And then the song in there, you know, I'm a Real American. I just did the bicep thing like that with the yarn. So I gotten a lot of good positive feedback on that one. So I'm hoping it'll go viral. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. And for everyone in here who has not done it yet, give this video a thumbs up, or hearts, or show some love. So how's everyone doing? I mean, what's going on in your worlds? I mean, any projects going on? Any fun and exciting things going on? Anything you want to ask me or talk to me about? Because you have me for the whole hour. I may go beyond the hour, so I can get some more watch hours in. And yes, that one video I posted about, please help me to the 4,000 watch hours, because as you know, or you may not know, YouTube decided to change their monetization policy, and now they're saying, oh, if by February 1st of 2027, that the watch hours and the shorts views are gonna double, basically. So I'm trying to get my 4,000 hours in before that deadline, and that day happens to be my birthday. So when I first read about that, I'm like, that's my birthday. It's like so it would be a great early birthday present if I got to 4,000 watch hours, and then that way I get monetized. So happy birthday to me. So and as always, I really appreciate all of your love and support throughout this entire adventure, and your kind words of wisdom and friendly critiques and things like that, which I take to heart. So yeah, I'm working, actually, like I said, I'm working on 2 projects. I'm doing the gnome thing, and then I showed the blanket yesterday for my mother-in-law, and she got the kit from Mary Maxim. So, and I just finished the one round where you create the ridge, I believe, and then this is what it looks like so far. And this pattern is from Crystal at Bagode Crochet. Mary Maxim, my mother-in-law got the kit for $100, which included the pattern and all of the cakes of yarn. So this is going to look fantastic, and I hope to get this done in a month. And by the pattern, the way the pattern reads and the final measurements is that the blanket is going to be taller than me. It's going to be a very huge blanket. So let me know what y'all think so far. And would this be a project you would want to tackle too? I mean, I know there's some other variations of Crystal's blankets that are all Mary Maxim, but this is the cut under pressure blanket. And I shouted out to Crystal in that video too, say, because my mother-in-law came up with a pretty good idea that in the pattern there were some special stitches that were new to her and actually new to me as well, that I could teach others who are tackling this project, because there were like a lot of, I think there were some puff stitches in there, and then there's the ridges, and but I asked Crystal on that video saying, hey, if you don't have a problem with me just making videos of the special stitches without giving the pattern away, then let me know. And Crystal, if you're watching this, let me know, because I think this is going to be great content for my channel and to give us both exposure at the same time. And like I said, the goal. Hey, Dale. How you doing? I see you a lot on my Facebook page. Welcome to the chat. So my goal for the blanket is to have it done in a month. So fingers crossed. I think I will email her, Roseanne, because I think it's probably a more direct approach then, because I don't think probably doesn't have time to watch all everyone's videos that subscribe to her or she subscribes to. So yeah, I think I'm going to email her after this. It's going to do like a friendly little email asking her if it would be all right for me to do that. So that is a good idea. I will do that. And speaking of Mary Maxim, I did apply to be in a marketing affiliate for them, as well as Hirschner's. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. I haven't heard back yet. So currently right now, I am affiliates for Yarnspirations, Premier Yarns, Lion Brand, Furls, Knit Picks, and Singer Sewing Machines. And I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link. And I'm also an affiliate for vidIQ, which is what I use for my channel. So all of the links are in the description below for my affiliate links. So if you feel free to click on those, any purchases made as a result of those links will put some commission money in my pocket, which is going to be used to further grow the channel. So, which would be fantastic because I'm not yet monetized. I could see that being like a poncho, man, cat. Like if you just like left the middle open, maybe, and it's like a poncho. I could see that, but it's not my project, so it's my mother-in-law's blanket, so I'm not going to ruin it. But yeah, I could see that being a poncho. So you just make the neck wide enough, or the opening big enough for it to slip over your head. Yeah, so I heard how I first heard about. Oh, and another thing about YouTube that just got updated was that I don't know how many of you have seen this or read about this or saw this on your own feeds and things like that. That as of August 24th, YouTube is going to count a view as the very first frame of a video that you watch. So if someone clicks on your video and watches it for the first frame, instant view, instant view, instant view. But I mean, yeah, that's great for viewer count, but not so great for watch hours, because if someone just clicks on your video once, it's a view, yes, but it doesn't count towards your watch hours. Same thing with I think shorts views might be affected by that too. Like if they view for shorts, so if people click on your video, view, view, view. So it's, yeah, it'll increase your view count, but for the long form videos, it may not be so beneficial because again, if someone clicks on your video once and just watches it for like the brief moment, then YouTube's not going to recommend that video to people because they didn't watch it long enough just to gather what everyone else is watching and what everyone else's tastes are. So yeah, that's a couple big updates about YouTube. But the big one was about the watch hour, about the new requirements in February. And I learned about this when I was staying at the hotel with my husband. I looked on my phone and they said, oh, 8,000 watch hours and the 20 million shorts views. Is like, okay, so they decided to freaking screw us small creators because it takes a long time to get those watch hours. I mean, I've been on here for about almost a year and a half or so, and it took me that long to get about 1,500 watch hours. So, and I'm growing this organically. I'm not just, not, you know, how some people just buy subscribers, buy watch hours, and things like that. Yeah, the algorithm. Thank you, Mancat. It's like, yeah, the algorithm will not push out your content for if they click on it for like 1 month, like a second, and because it's going to be confused. It's not going to know what your audience wants. But like I said, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm just keep producing content like I normally do. Yeah, it takes a long. Yes, that too, Roseanne. You're right. It does take a long time for subscribers. Because like I said, I've been on here for about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, and it took me that long to get my 1,266 subscribers. So, but like I said, I'm kind of jealous of those people who basically struck it at the right moment and their numbers skyrocketed out of control. It's like, I wish I could do that. But of course, that's probably partially my fault too, because I don't get on here as much and I don't interact as much with everyone, which is kind of my fault. So I'm taking accountability for that. So, hey Trish, welcome to the chat. Oh, New Zealand. Oh, nice. Oh, I just waking up. How did you sleep well last night? Because you just woke up, so that's why I'm asking. See, it is 3:18 here in Ohio, in the states where I'm at. So I think we are what? It's like a 13, 15, 16 hours apart, I believe. My math could be off on that. Yeah, it rained here earlier, Trish. It was like a little bit, kind of a mist, kind of like a little sprinkle, but then the sun came out. So right now it's sunny outside. It's nice and warm outside. So Trish, if you're new to these sessions, my name is Michael, and I am the Crafty Crocheter, and I now was talking about how YouTube's monetization requirements are changing in February of next year. So they're basically doubling the watch hours and the shorts views from what they are now. They're just doubling them for monetization requirements. So yeah, you're right. It does to grow organically. It does take some time, but I think I think I'm confident enough to where I should be able to get my 4,000 watch hours, and by the end by before the deadline happens. Oh, congratulations on getting monetized. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not monetized yet, so that's one of my kind of like my short-term goal. I want to get monetized before the deadline because once that deadline ends, it's going to double, so it's going to make it even harder to get monetized. Oh, thanks, Trish. I'll have to subscribe back to in return. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. I mean, subscribers never hurts either. But the more, the better. It's like subscribers, come on. It's like because I know there's one creator that I spoke to about how he was able to get his subscriber count so high is because he just says, "Hey, I connected with people, I talk to people, and I post every so often." So it's kind of like consistency and getting yourself out there. So I have to work on the getting myself out there part. So think how I should do this is, and hi Laurie, how you doing? So I sorry I almost missed your chat. How you doing? Oh, what kind of blanket are you looking to create, Lori? I do have a couple tutorials for blankets that are that are simple to do. Or do you have a particular pattern in mind that you want to do or to tackle? Oh yeah, it's like I agree, man. It's like people think that all YouTube's just so easy to get into. All you can just like all you do point a camera and talk and just upload. No, it takes a lot of work. And I know a lot of the seasoned veterans on here, they can probably tell everyone the same thing. That hey, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of years, dedication. And if you know TL Yarncrafts or Tony from TL Yarncrafts, she just recently got her 1,000,000 subscribers, and she's been on YouTube for about over a decade. So it takes a long time to get that many subscribers. Hey Donna, welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I'm a positive person. I'm one of those people that once I have a goal set in mind, I don't stop until I get what I want. I'm very tenacious that way. I've always been, ever since I was a child. Like if I had a goal in mind, I set my sights on it. I don't stop until I achieve it. And speaking, I was thinking too, if anyone has experience with this, I've been thinking about getting my certified crochet instructor certification. And there are a couple companies out there that I've read about. I know there's the Yarn Council. There was a couple other ones too. I did research on there, and there are different pros and cons of each. So, do you know of anyone who actually has the certification? I know they don't expire, which is great. So I read on it too if there was any like expiration dates or how long they are valid for, and it says they're valid for life. They never expire, which is great. Unlike the Cisco certs that I had a couple times. Yeah, Trish, it's like it's basically it says accreditation to yourself. It has no like real legal type of thing, but it instills trust in people who are watching your content that you know what you're talking about when you're teaching a course or when you're talking about crochet or knitting. And I think it's part of That's true, Roseanne. It's like I've been thinking, what benefit will it get me? I mean, I spoke to my husband and my mother-in-law about this, and they were supportive of it, saying, "Oh, you should." I mean, that it's something that if you want to strive for, go. We have confidence that you're going to be able to do it. But then, like you said, Roseanne, what do you actually get out of it besides accreditation? And it's not like you can just walk, put it on your resume, certified crochet instructor, and they're going to say, "Oh, here's a job." It's not like you put it on your resume, but it's kind of like a accreditation to yourself that, hey, I've achieved this. Yeah, that's true, Trish. I mean, it's kind of like when you when like the blue check mark for Instagram and Facebook is like the Meta verified thing, and then I did research online saying, is there any real benefit? Then it says not really. It's only if you're a business or you're trying to stop people from impersonating your account, which I haven't had done yet. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. But yeah, you're right, Roseanne. It's like, yeah, that's so true. I mean, that's right, Roseanne. It's like, just because you get a certification piece of paper and a pen, it's like makes you, oh, I'm better. I know everything. No, it's experience. It's the years of experience of doing the craft. And I agree, Roseanne, perfectly. Yeah, like I said, it is just an achievement for ourselves that you feel it's like a validation for us. Like, so, hey, I got this certification, even though it serves no real purpose in the working world. It's just more of an achievement for yourself, like a personal high five or personal props or anything like that. So, I don't know. Plus the cost, they raised the price too. It's like it used to be 125 for each level, and now it's 150 for each 150 US. Yeah, I haven't really designed any patterns as of yet, man, because I haven't really done that, but that could be something I could get into. I mean, something I could try out. Because for the lobster amigurumi I made, I did that freehanded, and I should have written it down. I should have written a pattern down for that because I think a lot of people would like that. Yeah, it's like 150 US for one level. So there's two levels. So you're getting $300 US for both of those levels. So I'm not thinking the cost is gonna right. What's the word I'm looking for? To offset the cost is gonna offset the validation and personal validation and achievement. Yeah, like I said, Don, that's kind of I'm weighing if I want to do it or not because, like I said, it's accreditation, it's a achievement for yourself, but yet it serves no real purpose in the working world. So it's kind of like you're spending all this money and for what? Just to validate yourself. Like, hey, I can teach crochet, I can teach knitting, which I'm doing it right now. So I'm doing it right now through my YouTube through my videos. So I'm just giving you everyone out there my years of experience doing crochet and knitting. So I technically I really don't need the certification for that. Again, it's just more of a validation jumping board, so to speak. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, Trish, I tried to not give myself an inflated ego. I've always been a humble person. I'm just me. Uh, so I. Because then there are people out there who they see the numbers on their stats and they get an inflated ego and they think they're better than everyone else, and it's kind of like, I don't play that. No, I'm just me. I'm just an ordinary person. So living life to the fullest. Hello, Jane. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, for anyone on here who knows me for a while, they know I'm a humble individual. I can take things with a grain of salt. Things, so I'm not gonna. I can take criticism very well. And say, hey, well, you need to improve on this. It's like, okay, sure, sure, I'll work on that. Oh, that's great. It's just Loki. That's fantastic. How long have you been knitting and crocheting for? Oh, yeah, Trish, I try to be myself. I try to be down to earth and pleasant, and there are a little humor in there because I have a good sense of humor. I think I do. So, as judging from my yarn dance videos, you'll see a lot of humor just spills out. Just like my video this morning for the fiber thing. So, like I said, I've seen a lot of that go viral on Facebook and Instagram. So I thought, what, I'll do it too. I'll do it with my own interpretation. Oh wow, that's fantastic. Just Loki. Yeah, for me, I've been crocheting and knitting since I was 14, so on and off for about over 35 years. I'm gonna be 50 when the deadline hits. So, which is kind of oh my, it's like kind of like I don't know if it's a sign or what, but yeah, I tell people you got to have humor in your life because you just can't go through life and be like a stick in the mud and be like a fuddy duddy, and just like not have humor. I mean, we have to laugh at ourselves every once in a while, and I mean, for me personally, I don't let things bother me too much. Like when people throw shade at me or negative comments at me, I just ignore them, block them, or just like water off a duck's back. I don't let it bother me too much because I know there are better things to focus on and worry about than what everyone from a negative person there are better things to worry about than negative comments or negative feedback. It's like focus on the positive, be yourself, and love yourself, and follow your heart, and things will be all right. I'll have to check out your channel, Trish. Yeah, because I want to. Because again, thank you for subscribing. I mean, I'm have to check out your channel and subscribe back, and see and look and check out your content as well. Hi, Jane Parrish. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chit chat. Welcome to the chat today. Why am I saying? Well, technically, it's a channel, so. Like I said, it's great to be back. It's great to see y'all here today and to interact with me. It's fantastic and interact with each other. That's the whole purpose of this session is just to get to know each other, lay back, talk about life, talk about our love for for crocheting and knitting and yarn arts and to chew the fat, so to speak. Because to be honest, after these sessions, I feel a lot better. Like I just feel like a weight's been lifted off my chest. Like if I'm feeling kind of that day or the day at one Thursday night is to chat with everyone, I just feel like a weight's been lifted. I just feel like elated, like all the negativity has disappeared from me. I don't know if anyone else feels that way as well. Yeah, that's the thing I learned too, Trish, is like playlists are and I did see a video about what was it the other day about how you can increase your watch hours is to create playlists. It's kind of like Netflix. Like you tune into a show, a series, and you watch one, but then you binge watch, and that's what YouTube is saying that you should do to get more watch hours in, which is what I'm doing, which is what I have been doing for the past 6 months or so. could be longer than that, but I've been really adamant about putting everything in a playlist or doing the related videos on my shorts. So it's kind of like the whole Netflix streaming thing. That's what they're saying will get you more of your watch hours. But yeah, that too, Trish. Yeah, it's like they're saying too. If you jump around to different topics, then the algorithm's not going to know what your niche is. It's not going to know who your target audience is, and it's just going to throw. It's not going to recommend your content to anyone because it doesn't know who your audience is. Which is why I usually try to stick with my crochet and knitting, and I sometimes do the cooking videos. I sometimes do the hiking videos because they're a lot of fun to do, but I try to focus mainly on crochet and knitting. Yeah, that's true, Trish. Like if someone watches the short of my long form videos, they'll just watch the short and they may not even watch the long form. So sometimes I don't do shorts for my long form videos sometimes, especially my tutorial videos, because there's no point in dissecting it down to a one step and another step, or sometimes it doesn't do it well. So I've been trying to stick more to my long form content, sort of. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I get sidetracked too. We all do. So it's normal. And I think after this, I have to film my yarn haul video for tomorrow because I got a crap load of yarn from my mother-in-law, because as part of the deal for the blanket, she gave me some of her old yarn that she doesn't want anymore. So I have taken that on. I have it next to me. There's a couple garbage bags full. Then there's a tote full of it, plus the cakes of the yarn for the blanket project that I'm working on for her. And then I did some shopping at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and there was a yarn store in Fairport, New York called Craft Bits and Pieces, which is kind of like a secondhand. It's kind of like the Goodwill, but for crafting supplies, and they had some pretty good stuff there. I, you want a sneak peek? I can go over there. I do have the yarn near me if you want a sneak peek, because there was a yarn, since you mentioned you're from New Zealand, Trish. I found a skein of New Zealand wool yarn from that shop. It was $10 US. I can, if I don't knock the camera over, I will. Yeah, that's true, man. I have seen a couple crochet creators have their live streams, but I try to do mine like more like a formal therapy session, like because crochet is therapy and it's therapeutic for me, and I'm sure it's therapeutic for a lot of other people. So, oh, nice. What kind of any name brands that we might know up here, like Red Heart or Burnett or Premier? All right, give me 1 second here. I'll be right. It's right over here. 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so a couple highlights of the yarn haul, which I will showcase in the video. So, all right, Trish. So you ready? Here is, and the letters are going to appear backwards because of the camera. So here is, I've seen this. It's like Woolpack Yarns New Zealand, and here's the label, Trish. I apologize the letters being backwards because the way the camera orients during my shorts. So let's see if you can see that. I don't know how well you can see that. It's wool, so I can tell it's wool. It's kind of the scratchy wool, but I thought it was unique because I've never seen this before. So this is the yarn. I don't know if you ever heard of this company, Trish, because this is, like I said, I've never heard of this before. And I saw this from New Zealand. It was unique. I don't know how old this is. I'm not sure. It looks like it could be vintage because I don't see. It even has the tag on here. Oh no, the tag on here. It's like around the piece of yarn. So it could be. I'm not sure how old this is. Let me see if it has like any kind of says produced by Merino Sheepskin Company Limited, Hamilton, New Zealand. And here's the. It's gonna be backwards. I apologize for the backwardsness of the lettering and the. Guys, I don't know how old this is. I'm sure it's. Sure, it's like older labeling because I don't know if there's any updated packaging for this, but I thought it was unique because I'd never seen it before. Then I got some. This is actually mohair yarn because I mentioned I never worked with mohair before. For the yarn, they had it at $9.95 US. Again, it's gonna be backwards. I apologize for that. But it was $10 US. It looks like it's the entire skein. It's 250 grams. It says 10 ply. Oh, so 10 ply, shade 42, batch 3. So this says for 10 ply, it's 430 yards. And then this is mohair. This is from Knit 1, Purl 2, Sublime line. Again, this is a mohair. Michelle, how you doing? Welcome. Great to see you. I'm back. This is 78% mohair, 13% wool, and 9% nylon. So I've never seen this before. Again, unique. This only cost 95 cents US. All right, and then I had to show these off because as you have noticed in his one video about my recap, I said I went to this outdoor flea market in Bachville, New York, and then there was a vendor there who was selling these crocheted paw holders, and I had to get a few because they were unique and fun. So, and again, I'm going to showcase them during the yarn haul, but I thought I would give you all a sneak peek because I thought I would show these off. So, and these were made from a local vendor out of Germany because the vendor was telling me that she gets these from her one friend who makes crochet paw holders as part of her business, her side hustle to make some extra money. So I thought I would patronize and buy a few things. So here's the first one. This is just a mitered crochet stitch. These are paw holders made of cotton yarn. And both of these were $8 US, but I was able to get the price down $1 for 2 of them. So they were $15 US for both sets. So there's these two. And I like the green color because green's my favorite color. Then these ones were unique because they were a different shape. I love the yarn on this too. Look at that stitch. Look at that colorway in this yarn. And I should have asked the vendor if the person who made these has like an online presence, you know, so I can give that person a shout out, but I didn't ask. So that's on me. So these are paw holders, Trish. So these are like standard paw holders. Here's the square one, as you the normal shape for pot holders. It's just a mitered stitch here. And then this was also a pot holder, but I like the shape because I've never seen them like this before. I suppose you can use these as trivets too, because of the thick cotton yarn. But again, they were handmade out of Germany, so I should have asked if the person had an online presence or a store, but I didn't, so that's kind of my fault. But if it's a 1 in a million shot, but if the person who made these is watching this, I want to give you a shout out because these are fantastic. I love the stitch work. You do great work. If you see this video and you want to get in hold of me, let me know. So Trish, back to your earlier comment about getting more US-based yarns. Any particular name brands that you are getting in your local craft stores? Like, you know, Red Heart or Burnett, Lion Brand, Premier. Because those are the big ones here in the US. Of the major ones. But then if you go to like our local Michaels has their own line, Hobby Lobby has their own line, but I try to focus more on all the thin cotton yarn. Okay. Would it be Peaches and Cream by chance? Because I know that's another American one that's well known, and their yarn is kind of on the thin side too. Oh yeah, I used their Ferris wheel yarn. I made a blanket with their Ferris wheel yarn. Okay, yeah, like I said, there's some other manufacturers here too but I usually don't work with cotton yarn too much, but they're great for pot holders and anything that we want to have that absorbs heat. Because I did a tutorial for a dishcloth, one of my videos in the past, and I did use Peaches and Cream cotton yarn for that. But I'm gonna film my yarn haul video after this session and for the yarn haul, which I'll post it out tomorrow as part of my Yarn Haul Friday series. And I'll probably break it into 2 parts because I'll do from, you know, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and all that. Then I'll do the second part, which is the yarn that my mother-in-law gave me for the next video, because I'm gonna dig through the container and the bags and to show them off and be as shocked as y'all will be. It's kind of like a in real-time reaction sort of video. Oh, Michelle, I tried to find that Sunrise Serenade yarn when I was at Hobby Lobby, when I was visiting my in-laws, and I did not see it. That is the Yarn Bees Soft and Sleek that you mentioned to me. I tried to find it. They didn't have that color. They had some other colorways, but they didn't have the Sunrise Serenade. Because I was trying to hook you up with some of that. Yeah, Michaels and Hobby Lobby is more of an American thing, I believe. I'll take care, Trish. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for subscribing. And I will check out your channel and your content. Yeah, so Michelle, I tried to find the yarn for you, but I couldn't find it, so. But I may try to go to Hobby Lobby this Saturday. I may try to go, see if I can convince my husband to take me over there, but it's out of the way because he gets his haircut tomorrow on the other side of that part of town. So, and I tried looking on Amazon too for that yarn, and they didn't have it. So I guess, like you said, it might be a popular color that is just kind of like that fireworks, Red Heart Bitty Stripes fireworks, like how they couldn't keep it on the shelves. It was that popular. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Hopefully he's doing well, Michelle. Hope he does better. My, positive energy and healing energies your way right now for your husband. So Michelle, in case you missed what at the beginning about, I don't know how, because you did respond to one of my videos, one of my videos or something about AI thumbnails, and I came to a decision about that I am basically going to abandon it altogether for my thumbnails for my videos to instill trust in new subscribers and new viewers, so that way they don't get thrown off by the AI thumbnails. They can well, the video is going to be AI too. It's going to be slop and garbage. So in order to promote more of a more organic and more trusting growth, I'm going to stop using AI for all of my thumbnails in my future videos, and I am going to go back to my existing ones and try to update those thumbnails to more organic and more authentic ones. So hopefully you feel that's the right decision. I know a lot of people in this chat felt it was the right decision for me to do that. So that is my decision. Yeah, man. I don't think all Hobby Lobbies and Michaels's and all the other stores are not created equal when it comes to yarn inventory. I've noticed, especially Walmart's. I mean, the Walmart nearest to me doesn't have the same amount of their yarn aisles. Their yarn aisle is not the same size as another one. So like I'll go to the one in another town over, and they'll have the whole side of the aisle full with yarn, and then you go to a couple other ones and they're like half the size, which is kind of like they're not created equal. Because I know for the longest time for the AI thing, it's like I've had much success with my videos when I didn't have the AI. When I didn't start when I wasn't using AI at all, then I thought, oh, let me try it a couple times and then see if that attracts any subscribers, which I think it might have, but maybe under false pretenses. I'm not sure. I know for my shorts, I've had really good success without using AI, but then a couple of my shorts, I started using AI thumbnails, and then I thought, I better not use those anymore. Yeah, that's me too, man. Cause where I'm at is kind of like a yarn desert. Sometimes when I go to my Planet Fitness, which is right in that same plaza as the Goodwill where I get my yarn, I'll sometimes go to the Goodwill and see if they have any decent yarns on sale, or if any at all, because it's just hit or miss at times. Sometimes I'll do my yarn shopping on Amazon, but I try to limit my spending on there. But sometimes when you go to the Goodwill, you can find some decent sales and decent yarns at the Goodwill. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a ordering from Mary Maxim, get the like clearance yarn, like their they had that mystery box of yarns type of thing, or I might order like a kit or something too. Do like a review for it, or do like an unboxing or something like that. Because I see other creators doing it, and that seems to be very popular to do unboxings. So I may do that sometime in the near future. Well, like I said, if you order from Premier Yarns, man, you can use my affiliate link and send someone commission money my way after you're on part of your order. Oh, thank you, man, Kat. That means so much. That means a lot. It means so much to me. It's like I said, I appreciate all your support, everyone's support in this room, and all my subscribers' support as well. And I know I say it a lot, but I truly mean it. I'm not going to be one of those people that, oh, I'm going to get this high amount of subscribers and let the numbers go to my head and create a big, inflate my ego and give me a swelled head, which I don't do that. I'm not going to be that. I'm not that type of person. So, Michelle, did you see the? Oh, thank you, man, Kat. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm so grateful that you has said that to me. That's fantastic. Thank you. I do whatever I can for everyone. I just be myself. I just put out content that I think that everyone could benefit from, and I just pass the knowledge that I have on to everyone else, so that way they know what I know. And also, Michelle, back to my question: did you happen to see my video for the whip I was working on for my mother-in-law's blanket? It's for that round blanket I'm working on for my mother-in-law. I don't know if you've seen that video yet. Because I did show it earlier in the live stream, but I think you weren't here when that happened. So I didn't know if you wanted to see it, my progress I have so far on it. Because I can show it again. It's fine. Because in case you missed it. Oh, that's right. You did. Sorry about that. Okay, great. Thanks, Michelle. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't miss the happenings with me and missing my what I'm doing, my projects I'm working on. I tried to keep everyone abreast of my crocheting adventures and the news going on with me, so that way you not are not all gonna be like all lost. Oh wait, what did I miss type of scenario. I'm gonna check them out because you have to try. I'll try to check out Hirschner's too and see if I get some more yarn from them. And I did try to apply to be an affiliate for them, but I have not heard back yet. So hopefully I hear back soon. And I did go to the haul on Amazon, Michelle, at your advice, and I did see some yarns that they had for sale. They were not, I mean, they were different name brands and unique names, so I put a couple on my wish list. And oh yeah, yeah, I did not think about that, Jane. Thank you for bringing that up to me. I mean, so far I have not seen any unwanted visitors. Knock on wood. But I think for the next time I shop there, I will be more I'll be more observant, and I'll check the yarn out before I actually put it in my basket for to bring home. But so far, I've not had any issues with any kind of unwanted visitors as a result. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that Hirschner's was slow. I think they said I think Yarnspirations they said was kind of slow too, because I listened to Matt on Gilded Loop Crochet, and they were saying something about the shipping was kind of slow for Yarnspirations and Hirschner's, that they take a while to get your shipments out. Well, like I said, I don't know if it was Yarnspirations. I know Hirschner's has said, I don't know, maybe it was Premiere. I don't remember because I who was it? I think it was Creative Grandma. She was saying something about, or she might have gotten a comment from someone saying that Yarnspirations was kind of slow for them. I think, but again, if you say it's quick for you, then maybe it's just it just depends on when you order, I guess, or depends if they're backed up in shipping, or I mean, it's things that we don't know about behind the scenes that we are unaware of. Oh, because the customs, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. Yep. I guess they just want to make sure that nothing, like they're not, that nothing's getting shipped overseas, like over the border, that's gonna like bugs or any kind of any unwanted visitors, so to speak. Or, but like I said, I don't foresee that happening. But it's just they just want to make sure that that everything is up to snuff. And oh, nice. What colors are you using for the blanket, Michelle? Because I'm imagining like a neon green, pink, or neon greens, or like hot pinks, or like a like blues or something like that, like the neon colors. Oh, and what pattern are you making too for that, Michelle? Hey Joy, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. I got your email, by the way. I'm trying to think of what a collaboration I want to do. Um, Basically, I just want to do like a crochet videos, knitting videos, maybe about project videos, things like that. Just stuff that I normally would put out on my channel. I don't know what kind of content, what kind of things that you have in mind for the content you want to put out there as well, because you said you're trying to grow your channel as well, and I'm doing the same thing, and I think all of us are doing the same thing. Oh, that sounds okay. I'll have to check that out and see the pattern for myself. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Joy. Yeah, it's like that's fine. I'm glad that you stopped by for the brief moment that you were able to stop by. It's fantastic. Thank you. Because I know we all have lives that we got, work and things like that. So I understand if you're not able, if people are not able to stay on, attend the sessions as to be on there like for the whole hour or go past the hour. I mean, even if it's a few minutes, that's fine. I just appreciate that you stopped by, that you chit chatted with me, that you interacted with everyone. Oh, I want to give you a little hack I just learned the other day. I thought about this. Now, if you get these little wood, like this is the wooden wool spool spinner for cake. I put this on here because of the cake. Says my mother-in-law seems to be a outside puller. I'm more of a center pull type of guy. But when she was starting the project, she had the yarn pulled from the outside, so I put it on my spinner, or the, I'm not sure the technical term for this, but I noticed that it was starting to stick a lot when it spun. Okay, so how I got it to spin so smoothly is I sprayed a little cooking spray in the hole here to lubricate it up. And I also spread a little bit of cooking spray on a paper towel and wiped it on this piece. And then when you slide it on here, it spins so fluidly and smoothly. So there's no sticking and no jerking. And so far, it seems to be working wonders. So that is my life. That is my crochet hack for the day. So, and I'm thinking because it's a like a food grade type of wood that I thought, why not try it? So I put a little cooking spray on a paper towel, and no, I got this from Amazon actually, Michelle. So I just thought, why not try it? I mean, and put some cooking spray on here, wipe it with the paper towel. Then I went inside and just cut it a couple squirts inside of the where this piece goes, and just kind of lube it up and move it around a little bit. And then now it just spins like smooth, no jerking, no stopping. So that is my hack. Thanks, Jane. Yeah, I just thought about it yesterday. I thought, let me try this out and see if it works, and it did. Yeah, so I'm trying to think how much that cost me, Michelle. It was or Mancat. I think it was. I'm trying to think. It was around under $20. I think $20 US on Amazon. I'll have to look that up. And I'm. Oh, no problem, Roseanne. Yeah, like I said, I love. I just pass the knowledge that I learn and pass it on to everyone else. Like that hack there. That was like something I just learned yesterday. I thought, yes, I did add the cardboard circle because if you take this off, and that's the actual size of the wheel. But if you got cakes that are too wide for this, it's gonna get caught underneath this part here when it spins. So I added the cardboard piece wider than the cake, and then that way it doesn't get caught underneath. It doesn't spin around underneath here. In between here, it gets curled around that little post in the middle. So again, another hack. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to think. It was I don't remember. I don't have the link off the top of my head, but I think it was around under $20, I believe, for the yarn holder. I mean, because Michaels does sell them, but I kind of like this one because when I hand spin my cakes and everything, it's got that wide little point to where it just sits in there snugly enough so it doesn't get loose, it doesn't come off, and oh, thanks, Jane. Yeah, like I said, that was another hack courtesy of the Crafty Crocheter. I am a crafty person, so that's why I used the crafty part for my username. And for the gnome project, when I make a leaf, I'm gonna weigh it, and then because I think for as the pattern for the crochet gnome that I'm working on for that pattern on Crochet World, the issue of Crochet World that just came out, you have to make 21 leaves total. You have to make 7 of each of the 3 colors. So I'm gonna make one and then weigh one and see how much weight it's going to be for the yarn, so that way you can weigh it, and then I'll calculate how many grams of yarn you're going to need to complete all of the leaves for each color. Kind of like what I did for that Somewhere Over the Rainbow blanket I made, because I weighed each one of the little triangles, and I mentioned that's how much yarn you're going to need for each of the triangles, so that way so you can calculate if you're going to have enough for all of the panels. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do my Learn to Crochet in 50 Squares course very soon. Because I mentioned in one of my earlier posts or videos that I was gonna try to get it by next Tuesday, because I have tutorial Tuesdays on there. So I'm gonna introduce it as a way to learn to crochet through granny squares, because granny squares are perhaps the best way to learn crochet, because you're learning all sorts of different stitches making a granny square. Like, for example, for the solid basic, I'm going to say you're going to learn to slip stitch, you're going to learn the double crochet, you're going to learn how to chain stitch, you're going to learn how to join in a ring. What do you mean, Jane? Like when you use a yarn spinner, like a when you like a yarn baller or a. Oh, thanks, Priscilla. Yeah, like I said, if you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up, send some love. Yeah, the mani squares. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do granny or mani squares, just to incorporate. Oh, so I'm trying. I know for my ball winder, because I have the manual one. You know, I don't have. Some people have the electric ones. I have the hand crank ones. So I try to spin it as close as I think, because I only got a limited amount of space on the bottom where the ball actually rolls up. So again, I'm thinking about incorporating like a piece of cardboard in a circle that's kind of wider than the base, but not so wide that it's gonna hit the wire part when it's winding. So I can get bigger cakes of yarn. But I usually hold when I'm winding yarn, I'll try to hold it kind of like not tight, but just enough to where there's some tautness to it, but not so much where it's so tight that it's not going to be able to move. And I'll try to spin it at a steady pace. I don't spin like a madman, because I've learned that this makes the balls just go all discombobulated and you get messy yarn cakes. So I try to do like an even speed when I'm winding my yarn into cakes, and that usually prevents it from being eaten or from the cakes of yarn turning out to be all messy. Oh, that's cool, Joe. Yeah, that's what I'm basing my course on, is that box of the 50 square. The if you've seen there's the granny square boxes that I showcased in one of my yarn hauls from Michaels. I'm basing my course off of that. I mean, there's some great looking squares in there. There's those like the flower ones. There's some raised ones. There's the standard, the solid granny squares, the standard traditional granny squares. Yep, yep, that's it. Yep, that's right, Joy. That's who created those. Yes. Everything all right, Jane? Because you yarn mess. What are you trying to wind the yarn right now as we're speaking, or because when I do it, I just try to do an even speed, because I learned you just got to find the right speed. Hey, Ronnie, welcome to the chat. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, bestie, what is up? So I like I said, Jane, I try to wind at a steady speed. I try to find a speed that's steady enough to where the yarns can be wound at a steady pace, and but not so slow that it's going to take forever to wind up. I mean, you just got to find the best speed that works for you. I mean, what may work for one person doesn't work for another. So, Ronnie, in case you missed earlier, I don't know if you I don't know, you may have commented on my about my decision about AI thumbnails. In case you missed it, I'm gonna deliver my decision to you, because I delivered it to everyone else, but just in case you missed it, I've decided to not do those anymore, just for the sake of my channel growth and for authenticity of the channel, because I've gotten responses from people saying, "Oh, when I see a video that has a thumbnail made from AI, they scroll past it, they skip it because they don't think it's real. They think it's just a bunch of AI slop," which is what I don't want. And so I'm gonna no longer do AI thumbnails. Oh, you're welcome, Jane. Like I said, it's trial and error. When I first learned to wind my yarn into a cakes with the yarn winder that I had that I got purchased, it was kind of like a learning curve for me. I had to learn what speed works the best for me when I'm winding my yarn into cakes. Any other questions you have for me, Jane, or anyone else too? If anyone has questions for me about crocheting or knitting or any tips or tricks, feel free to ask away, and I'll do my best to answer them. My current project, I just showed it off, but I'll show it off again anyway. And I did create a video for it, Joy. It's for the Cut Under Pressure blanket by Crystal from Bag O' Day Crochet. It was a project that my mother-in-law started on, and she was having difficulty with some of the special stitches, so she had me take a look at the pattern, take a look at it, and I basically took over the project for her. I started working on it, so she said, "You know what? I'll let you take this over, work on it for me, and I'll even pay you for it. Plus, I'll give you some yarn as part of the payment agreement." So, and I'll show you what I have so far. And this is what I have so far. Joy, this is what I have. I just finished creating the ridge round. So now I am doing the double crochet round right now. So I cannot wait for this to get done, worked up. This is really beautiful. I love this yarn colorway that my mother-in-law picked out, because her color scheme is more like a color like pink, magenta type of thing, and it matches her decor, so that's why she chose this color. So originally they sent her the blue yarn that was pictured in the pattern, but she said, "Hey, I wanted the pink. I wanted this color." So they made it good with her, and they sent her the correct colorway that she wanted. That's hilarious, Michelle. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Like, about the shorts part. Oh, thanks, Joy. Yeah, like I like it too. I've to answer your question, Jane. I've never done wearables per se. I mean, unless you count hats and scarves as a wearable, then yes. But I haven't made wearables like, like vests or sweaters or pants or shorts or anything like that. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. Thanks, Ronnie. I love the color too. My mother-in-law picked it out because it goes with her decor, so that's why she picked it up. I've seen this before, man, Cat. Yeah, like they had like a mani squares made out of, I mean, pants made out of mani squares, like same for like vests and sweaters and shirts and things like that. I mean, it's something I would try it out. I'll try it out. I would try something like that out. Yeah. I mean, then speaking of wearables, my brother-in-law, he was going through my mother-in-law's the Mary Maxim actual physical catalog, and he saw, that sweater that is in Hail Mary, the Fox one, that colorwork sweater that Ryan Gosling wears in there, and they have that pattern in the catalog, and my brother-in-law was telling his mother, go like, "Oh, you should knit that for me." And she goes, "I don't knit." I'm going thinking like, "I do." Oh, Ronnie, yeah, it was something that Mancat and I thought of together. Mani squares are basically like granny squares, but for men, and so they don't want to say granny squares; they can go mani squares. I know it's quirky, it's funny. I like it because we were talking about how my focus on my channel was trying to get more and to encourage more men to come out of the yarn closet, say, hey, I crochet, I knit, I have no shame in it. So, but the mini squares is just a play on granny squares, but for guys, so they don't feel like, oh, granny squares. Yeah, exactly, man, kid. That's what I was about to say. I guess for man friendly, so that way they don't think like, oh, it's granny squares that has that. I still call them granny squares. That's how I've known them as. So, oh, thanks, Jane. Yeah, like I said, I'm loving how the blanket's coming out so far, and according to the instructions, it's going to be taller than me in circumference, so it's going to be huge when it's done. So, if I really stick to it, I should have this done by the next time that we go back up to his parents' house, to my husband's family's, for a September thing. So, no, I did not see that. I'll have to check that out. That would be something cool to do for crochet, because I'm thinking to do something similar to that, but for crochet. I'll see you, Michelle. It was great seeing you. Tell your husband I said hi. See you, Michelle. Have a great one. Yeah, I haven't tried making a cardigan yet, Jane. Like I said, it's something I could tackle and try out, see if I can do it. Because I'm not one to back down from a challenge. It's like, I like to be challenged a lot. Like for this blanket, because I've never done it before. So if I usually like to take on projects that I've never done before to see if I can do it. And 9 times out of 10, I am able to do it, because I just apply the knowledge that I already know towards the project, and whatever I don't know, I'll look up on YouTube, or I'll do my own research for like the stitches and whatnot. I'll have to see that. I'll have to check that out, Jane, because that does sound very interesting. I know Matt from Go to Luke Crochet, he had a crochet along for like this like cardigan. It was like made of granny clusters, but I can definitely try that too. If I can find like a crochet pattern for a cardigan and try that as a crochet along. Because I think that'd be interesting and neat. That would be fun. So I tried doing that on a live stream like for that bucket hat, but for some reason, a lot of people are having issues with their video feed and stuff like that, so we had to cut that short. But then that's when I made the tutorial for the bucket hat like the next day. But yeah, I would definitely be down for doing a crochet along. Find like a cardigan project and do like do a crochet along. Do like one video do this and one video do that. Like cut it down into pieces. Oh, don't worry, Joy. I've been there too. Like I'll have time. There'll be days where I can't type for crap, and then autocorrect decides to put in words that you don't even want to put in there. So then you got to go back and erase it and correct it. It's a pain in the butt. It really is sometimes for like autocorrect. Yeah, man, Kat, we can pull our resources together and see if we can find a cardigan project that we can incorporate as a crochet along for everyone. That'd be great. So I can do some research too, and you can do some research. And if you can find something, email me. my email address will be in the description below, so you can send it to me directly and see, ask me what I think about this, and then I'll find some things and then do the same thing. Yeah, that's true, Joy. Yep, I've been there too. It's like you hit send and then you realize you didn't want to send what you sent. And I think for some models of phones, when you're texting or something like that, that you can't do an unsend. I think some you can, some you cannot. I think you can delete it, I believe, but it's kind of like the same thing as an unsend. But oh, that's true. Yep, exactly, man. It's so true. It's like, or changes things around when you're not looking too. It's like, it's a pain in the butt. It's like, really is. It's why I usually try to double check all my work before I send anything or want texting someone. I try to do it. I try to check what I have before I send it. Or same thing when I'm responding to a comment or when I'm posting a comment, I try to make sure what I want to send is there before I hit send, so that way there's no confusion. Are you talking about for crochet or knitting or just in general, Ronnie? Because I think it depends on if your tension level, if you're a looser crocheter or if you're a tighter crocheter. Same thing if you're a loose knitter or a tight knitter. Because I tend to be tight in both departments. But for knitting, I've learned I gotta really loosen my tension because you can't get the loops in there right if you have it too tight. And then crochet is a little more forgiving for me. I've learned as far as tightness, but I try to not do it so tight that I can't get the hook into the right loop or to the right where I want it to go. I know sometimes they say if you can go up and down in hook size to get the right gauge for the project you want, but usually I don't mess with gauges too much when I'm working on a project, and it tends to turn out well for me. But maybe that's, I don't know, it just happens to work for me. But I'm not saying don't do gauges, but because gauges are very important. But most of the time, I don't mess around. I don't mess with gauges too much when I'm working on a project. I would just go with it and see what happens. But of course, that may come to bite me in the butt later on because it's too big or too small. Yeah, Joy. I'm more of a tight crocheter. Kind of like when I mentioned in my last one in my video. Yeah, it's like sometimes when it says like for like because usually for number 4 yarns they'll say that 4 chains equals an inch of fabric. Yeah, it is a suggestion, man, cat. You're right. I mean, it's not like it's like something you gotta focus your energies upon and go on that. But I mean, gauge is important, yes. But for me personally, I don't mess with gauge too much. I just take on the project and either adjust my tension, either I have to loosen it, tighten it a little bit. I mean, there are people that swear by gauges that they say, oh, they're like the holy grail, that you must do gauges in order to get your work right. But for me personally, I don't mess with gauges too much. I just don't. I mean, yeah, I'll do swatches to see how the stitch turns out, yes, to what it looks like. But as far as gauges are concerned, I really don't mess with them too much. Again, that's just me. So I'm not advising people to not do gauges. I'm not gonna say, oh, don't do gauges because gauges are the devil, things like that. But I just don't do them. But whatever works for you works for you. because we're all unique in our own crocheting capacity, or our own knitting capacity, or our own skill sets too. Yeah, that's another way to look at it, man. Okay, yeah, it's like if it looks good, if it turns out great, then go with it. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I could see where gauges would be important for clothing, Ronnie. Yeah, I can see that because you want to make sure that the size is right, that it fits right, that you're not going to take a gamble and think, oh, it's going to, just because it says to cast on this many stitches or to chain this many stitches, that it's going to just be like magically it's going to work. Of course, hats and scarves are really, you know, are they're not, there is more forgiving if you don't do gauges, because at least for me they don't, me it doesn't. As scarves you just wrap around your neck, and hats you just put on your head. But as far as cardigans and other wearables, I've never done that. So yeah, I agree with Mancat. I don't beat myself up with gauges too much. I don't really get too involved with gauges when it comes to stuff like that. But clothing I've never done, so maybe gauges will be beneficial to me when I start learning, when I take on wearables, and as a project is concerned. So, any other questions or anything else on on y'all's mind about what you want to ask me or talk about? Because I'm here as long as you want me to be here. Because that's the whole benefit of these sessions, is just to get it all out there. And then once you feel, and then once you leave the session, you kind of feel that release. That you feel cathartic. They feel lighter, and you feel like all your stresses have gone because you had a chance to unleash it out there into space, into. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, it's like I guess. Yeah, that's a good blocking technique to use. Yeah, because I know you steam. You can just do steam, or you can do the mist spray. Oh, Joy, I've had my channel for since February of 2025. So about a year and 6 months, about a year and a half. Yeah, I don't use hammers when I'm blocking either, Jane. So, I mean, whatever works for one person, whatever works for you, works for you. I mean, that's what's so great about this community, well, about this craft and this community, is like we got different ways of learning things. That what one person does, other people do. You try to adapt it into your own repertoire, and it may not work for you, which is like okay, it's like, oh, okay, I tried this, but it doesn't work for me, so I'm gonna use what I've used. I'm gonna do what I do. Oh, nice, Joy. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've been crocheting since I was 14, so it's been close to 36 years now, on and off. Oh, congratulations, Joy. Our year anniversary. I had mine in February, so congratulations. That's what that is. Yeah, so Joy, so I answered your email about what kind of collaboration. I'll see you, Jane. It was great to meet you. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by to the chat. Oh, that's cool, Ronnie. Yeah, it's like I remember when I first started to crochet, I was just doing practicing like stitches, and I tried to do granny square, and I did the first round, but then I didn't try to figure out how to move on to the second round, so I just gave up for a while. But then I about a couple years ago, I relearned it and mastered it, so now I can do granny squares in my sleep. Yeah, that's true, man. Okay, I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do in order for it to work, to fit properly, or to get it to turn out the way you want it to. I think I'm starting to like the setup to have it down here in my living room, so I can just put all my signage behind me. Because upstairs in my attic, I don't have a wall behind me, so I can't put these up during my live streams or my videos. Well, my videos I film upstairs for for my tutorials and yarn hauls and things like that. But for my live streams, I'll do them down here because again, one, it's cooler, and then I can put these signs up behind me. Oh, that's cool, Hem Harry. That's awesome for your blanket. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, Joy. Yeah, that's that kind of collaboration I'm thinking I'm wanting to do. Is basically get in, do projects together, or just like things like that. I guess we're trying to get ourselves out there, get more exposure, and get more people to see that we're out there. We're spreading our message about crochet and knitting and the fiber arts. No, I have not tried hairpin lace yet, Ronnie. I mean, it's possibly something I can get into. I mean, I just never tried it yet. Yeah, I never tried it, Ronnie. So I may have to do some research on that to see how that's done. I don't know if it's like when you move the spools of the real lacy thread around to get how you want it to look, or if it's something completely different. So again, I've never seen it, or I've never heard of it actually until just now. but that is something I will do some research on and look into to see if that's something I want to tackle eventually. Yeah, but I do want to try that sweater that I think it was Jane who mentioned that you can try that with crochet, that sweater from Hail Mary. So I'm going to look into that as a pattern, find out pattern, see if I can do that as another my first wearable project. So Harry, how long have you been crocheting for? Since you mentioned about crocheting granny squares for a blanket, I'm just kind of curious to see how long you've been crocheting for and what brought you to crocheting and why you enjoy crocheting, and which is I enjoy it because it's cathartic, it's therapeutic for me. It allows me to express my creative side. Of course, I made a lot of blankets in my time. Oh, yeah, take care, Ronnie. It was great to see you in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I get to see you later on, maybe at next week's chat or in the comments to my future videos. But again, it was great to see you, Ronnie. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. So again, for those of you who have not already, give this video a thumbs up, send some love. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, become a Yarn Bestie, because the more the merrier. Because we are here for each other. We're a big community. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. I don't know if I have a promo code. I can look that up on my Premier affiliate site and see if I can get you one, Mancat. Because I've never really looked into promo codes for any of my affiliate links, but I think I should. I know if you click on my link and you place an order, I get commission money for that. But I'll have to look into see if I can get a promo code, and if so, I'll probably post it maybe in the comments of this chat, or I may put it in the description of this video too, so that way if you want to place an order through Premiere, in order to give me some commission money, that'd be great. But I guess if you click on the link in the description, then any orders made from that will put commission money in my pocket. But I can definitely take a look and to see if I can get a promo code. Oh, it'll be in the description below of this chat of the session of this video. So when the video's done uploading, well, it'll be live as soon as this is done. It'll be available as soon as this is done, but the upload time takes a while. And I'll probably post something in my post. I hate the live stream is available, the replay is available. Then you just click on the link and then. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, I can definitely. But like I said, man, Kat, the link will be when this video is done, when I'm done with this video and I post it, and then once it's posted, I believe it becomes available because I believe it's public, and then you can search for the link and search for the video and watch it, and it'll be in the description below along with all of my other links. But I'll definitely look into see if I can get a promo code. So that way, whenever I can just say the promo code, use this promo code for this extra discount and things like that. I hope that answers your question. Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you. Like I said, I appreciate everyone's support and love as I always do. I truly am grateful. I really am. Yeah, you're right, Joy. It is in my profile as well because I included the links to my affiliate links and my promo. Not my oh my god, I cannot talk today. My description of my profile as well. Because if you go to my profile, there'll be like the links. You click on the links, and then all the links that I have affiliateships with will be there. In case you want to see it right away. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Joy, for bringing it up because I know I posted those in my bio as well. I also have a buy me a coffee link on there, so in case you feel like making a donation to help the channel grow. Same, like I said, I'm an affiliate with Yarnspirations and Premier Yarns, Lion Brand, Knit Picks, and Furls, Crochet Hooks, Singer Sewing Machines. So Joy, I think you have to go through, if you go type Yarnspirations and go to their site, and I think there's a link about how to become an affiliate. You click on that, then it says you have to create an account for CJ affiliates. It's like a separate site that they go through. And then once you're on there, then you just apply for their program. And they're pretty quick on the response too. Unlike Michael's, on the other hand, which I had sent them several emails, and I even contacted CJ support to see if my application got stuck, and they said, oh, well, they manually review all the applications. I'm thinking, well, it's been over a year, so I don't know how long it takes to review one application. I mean, I can see maybe if they had a big influx of applications that they got overwhelmed, but it should not take over a year to say yes or no. Yeah, so Joy, how I did that was I went to Google, I put in Yarnspirations affiliate program, and then it'll go to the Yarnspirations site, and then it'll say there's like a link that says you must apply through this website. It's like CJ advertising or something like that. And then you fill out the application, you put some, and I think you have to set up your account information too, like your banking information, so they can route the money to your checking or savings account, so that way when you make commission, it'll just be deposited into your account. No, Joy, does not sound good for Michael's to have me wait over a year just to give me a yes or a no. And I also applied to Michael's Canada as well to be an affiliate for them. But again, I am waiting to hear back from them, so I'm waiting on that. Of course, I applied to Michael's Canada recently, about a couple months ago, so I'm still waiting to. I think it was back in May I applied. But yeah, I've gotten some commission money from orders through things Yarnspirations. Oh yeah, that's why I do that too, Joy, because I use Red Heart a lot for my projects, and Karen and Burnett is and I think Patents is under the Yarnspirations family because I use their products all the times, which is why I applied to be an affiliate. And I even also sent them an email wanting to perhaps do a sponsorship or a partnership with them, but I never heard back, so I'm assuming it was a no. So I can try again, email them again and say I'm seriously want to get into a partnership or a sponsorship so I test your yarns out, get some free yarn, things like that, because a lot of people do that. But it is what it is. All right, so for the four of us remaining on this chat, I know we've gone way over the hour timeline, but that's fine. That's fine because I kind of want to see if I can go for a full 2 hours to get some more watch hours. So I can stick around, maybe stick around for another 8 minutes or so for the 2 hour mark. So I didn't know if there was anything else that y'all want to bring up or talk to me about, or questions, concerns, video suggestions, ideas. Ideas on how I can improve my channel from what you've seen. I guess the big one was the whole AI thumbnails thing. So that I am addressing, that I'm no longer using those. So that may be a big step that I need to take. Oh, I see someone else join the session. So yeah, I can stick around for until the 2 hour mark and call it a day. Because I'm sure that we all have a lot of things to do that we need to get done. Because I know, Joel, you're at work right now, I believe. So you were saying that you wouldn't be able to chat as much, but again, I'm grateful for you being here and for your insight and all of your support and the questions and the interaction, which is fantastic. I appreciate it very, very much. Ah, ah, aha. It's like, but yeah, it's a fairly simple process to apply to the Yarnspirations affiliate program. You just have to go through the CJ website and click on to submit an application or to join the program, and then it has you put some information down. And then I think the one part you have to put in your banking information so that way they know where to send the money to directly deposit to. If you make, I think there's a threshold that they send your money to the account. I know Lion Brand does that. It's like a certain dollar amount before they put it into your bank account. I think Premier does that too. Okay, fair enough. So, a slow day, Joy, or just um, a slow day, moderate day, busy day? Ah, gotcha, gotcha. So, any other questions or concerns or anything y'all want to bring up while we're still in the chat, or because I'm gonna stick around for until the top of the hour because that's 2 hours. But if you want to stick around longer, that's fine. Because I don't want to make this like it's a stale, stagnant chat when I'm not saying anything, or because I don't want to be on the verge of repeating myself for everything. Because I've repeated myself on a couple things, but I thought I would bring up as people were coming in of like my decision about the AI thumbnails and things like that, and the project I'm working on. So for the other four people that are in here, anything y'all want to bring up or discuss, or just whatever's on your mind. If you got any questions for me, anything you want to chit chat about, or again, no questions, no such thing as a stupid question. So don't feel like you're gonna be embarrassed if you ask me a question you think is not that you think the question is dumb or anything like that, because we're all here to learn. We're all here to learn from each other because knowledge is power. Because the journey of 1,000 projects begins with one chain stitch. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap this up for here because it's almost 2 hours. So, again, thank you very much for attending today's live stream. Thank you very much for your interactions. Thank you very much for your comments, your loving words of wisdom, um, tips and tricks and things like that. And just to get a sense of what everyone is up to, what projects you all are up to. So, yeah, so again, if you haven't already, give this a video thumbs up. And then I have my socials behind me, so you can check me out at any of the socials on my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. Leave comments if you like. And if you haven't already, subscribe and become a Yarn Bestie today. All right? This is the Crafty Crocheter. Thank you very much for watching. Happy crafting.